Hello, the internet.
Hello.
My name is Fran. This is my husband, Michael.
That's me.
If you are new to this channel, welcome. If you are not new to this channel, welcome back. Let's get the admin done out of the way first.
Okay.
Michael, make the noise.
Bing!
That is a link to the playlist of all of the Julia journals. Let me explain what the Julia journal is. A year ago, I made 3 journals for 3 friends of mine. One of them was called Julia. This is her journal. Dun dun. That's it. That's all the admin done.
That's all the admin. So who's this journal not sponsored by?
This journal is not sponsored by Scribbles That Matter.
Scribbles That Matter.
That's their theme tune this month. I loved working in the Scribbles That Matter journals. And in fact, I'm using them this year for the 3 journals that I'm setting up this year, which is a B6, an A5, and a B5 journal.
So if you thought that these videos were going to stop at the end of the year, you are wrong.
You are wrong, my friend.
They're going to go forever. Never. And ever. Until I'm dead.
But what I have realised, I don't know what happened in November. All 3 of the setups of the November spreads are just so much more interesting than the rest of them. I think I hit the November-December periods and went, oh, this is getting to the end of the project. I should probably up my game a bit.
Maybe the December ones will be really boring to accommodate. The December ones.
I think the December ones are great.
Oh, right. Okay, fair.
But I think if I learned anything from doing the process last year, is that actually, I think a lot of the spreads that came in the middle, if you listen to the videos that we recorded about a lot of the spreads from the sort of the middle 6 months of the year, I didn't have a lot to say about them because I didn't really remember them. I had done so many spreads in such a short time. I did 3 journals in 2 months, completely. So it's 36 months of drawings in 2 months. But then I also had all of the yearly spreads, and then I also had all of my personal ones that I didn't film. So next year, I think what I'm doing is there's one journal which is actually 15 months because it's going to be the financial year April to April. Okay. But it's going to start in January.
Well, why don't we focus on this one? Because you're currently cutting out a different piece of paper.
Yes.
So what's happening with this? You don't even remember, do
I'm
you?
not really sure.
So this is you on film having a mental breakdown.
Oh, I think I made a mistake.
Journal.
I think I made a mistake with the
days.
With the days.
And then you wanted to cover it with brown paper.
Yeah, look, so you can see me checking the days. Oh yeah, so Friday was the 3rd, but there I put Friday as the 2nd. And I realised that then the drawing of the mushroom was in the... So I basically just messed up the whole month. I didn't have enough paper of the dot paper to completely cover it.
So in November, there's like this brown paper for the calendar.
Yeah.
Which you're going to try and pass off as being like a choice.
Yeah.
But it is in fact, if you are to tear your journal apart, Julia, to cover a mistake.
Yeah, but I think if you ever receive a journal from me and there's something stuck in, it's definitely to cover a mistake.
Oh, okay, always. That's
always.
Just the rule.
I mean, I don't think I've ever done a journal that hasn't had something stuck in it.
I do note that you've done mushrooms for November for Julia.
Yeah.
Now, aren't mushrooms, we did discuss this before, spooky?
They are spooky.
So, why do you do spooky November?
Well, because Julia comes from the kind of family that make all of their own stuff. Like they make all their own bread, they make all their own mead, they make all their own wine. They're like, those guys that are like...
Yeah, those people that who weave their own clothes.
Yeah.
Who are just like, they're always giving you handmade gifts, but not because they put a lot of effort into you, but because that's just the only way they know how to live. This is them.
For the record, that Julia and her husband, Julia's husband has been one of Michael's best friends for more than 50% of his life.
Yeah, they're just incredibly competent, and it makes me feel so inadequate.
It just fills us with resentment and hatred.
I do, because they're like growing strawberries, and they're like making their own jams, they come round to ours, and we're like, we got Tesco butter. Is that all right?
They are also incredibly nice people, which is the worst. Like, if they were horrible, you would feel justified hating. It's like when you meet someone really beautiful and then they're also delightful.
I don't hate them. It's pure jealousy.
Yeah, fine.
Pure jealousy.
Anyway, so they're incredibly competent and talented and wonderful people, and it's incredibly frustrating.
They have also very recently made their own human.
Yeah, they even make their own humans.
So, congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we are obviously very happy for them. There was, when I was talking with Julia about the journal, she was actually already in Poland visiting her family, and they have a big house in the countryside, and she had to cut the call short because they were going out as a family to pick mushrooms, wild mushrooms from the forest behind the garden, and I was like, well, I've got to put in some mushrooms then, right? Like, you can't not put in mushrooms. Oh, I'm using my little corner cutter.
Corner cutter.
And I'm going to use these to make tabs.
That corner cutter was a good buy, wasn't it? Because we got it to help with some wedding invitations, was that right?
No.
Oh, no. Okay, we got inspired to get it because someone we know who was getting married got one for their wedding invitations, and you got one.
No, we did. The wedding invitation thingy was like a decorative.
Or he cut it like wavy or something, didn't he?
Yeah. But I actually bought this with your money without telling you last year, and then I told you in one of the videos.
Yeah, no, I remember.
Like, but just because I wanted it.
I thought it was inspired because of that lovely. Because I remember you saying that you really wanted one of those decorative punches.
No, I'm the one who told the bride to get the decorative punches.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot more sense, actually.
Because the bride was a doctor and didn't have a lot of experience with, hand making things. And I'm an artist and have very little experience being a doctor. So
True.
We would sort of trade off advice, be like, oh, I'm bleeding from my head, what should I do? And then she'd be like, oh, I need to make a pretty hole in this piece of paper, what should I do? Like, they're, equal.
I mean, really, you got the short end of that stick.
Equal and comparable skills. So what I've done is this back page here is a little financial tracker for Julia. It's not particularly intense or thorough, just so she can jot down stuff so she knows roughly what she's spending. And
the brown paper goes in with the sort of earth tones.
It does. So there's a couple of months in the Julia journal that don't adhere to the standard colour scheme that I've used.
My goodness.
And this is one of them. So the habit trackers are also made out of the brown paper, and then I just drew on the dots myself.
And if there's something to be taken away from this, is if you make a mistake and figure out a way to fix it and roll with it.
Yeah.
Because it looks pretty good, I would
say. And
actually,
I think a lot of the spreads that turned out the best for me were born from mistakes. Mm-hmm. Because as an artist, this is the flip through. Just quickly, as an artist, being a complete lack of parameters is not conducive to
November.
Is not conducive to making good art. Anyway, so November mushrooms. That's a monthly spread, correctly drawn.
Le week 1.
8 days a week. So she's got
Le week 2.
Spaces to make notes.
Le week 3.
And then spaces for all of the days of the week, so she can
Le week 4.
Space to write her finances.
5.
And then habit trackers on the side. That is the end. Bye!
Bye!